Very good stuff. I've never tried one of those. I'm kind of excited now.
Well, you know, I feel kind of ashamed. You know, I've been there for years now, and I still haven't had a meatball sandwich. I've clearly got some work to do.
Yeah.
Time to get into the kitchen.
I mean, in Denmark, the only places we really get meatballs is when we go to IKEA.
Yeah.
The IKEA canteen is pretty good, actually. I enjoy that.
It's like the whole point of going to IKEA, man.
Yeah.
At least you get a good meal for the most part.
It's like, I mean, it's like, obviously, like, it's not like, you know, gourmet type food, but it's like, you know, it's just, it belongs in IKEA, so you go there to eat it.
Okay, can you say that in a Samuel Jackson accent?
No. I wish, though. I'd be very happy if I could.
We'll work on that. I'll work on my Vincent Vega.
I was about to build this up, you know, saying, you know, Cillian is perfect position with USPS, but he gets tabbed with the Glock twice and dies in it. Freeze coming up with a good kill here. Kenny charging in and might have already exposed himself here. Freeze will take him down. He seems to be on point these days, landing another headshot. NBK trying to hold close here, but Conflict's coming for him. He's going to go down. NBK winning that fight. Modi coming through the headshot. Freeze going to get the third headshot of the round for himself, and now it's all on Happy. 1 versus 2. They need to get on it here. Modi's got the kit. Freeze trying to hold on, and he's going to hit that shot. Happy knifing away, and it's the wrong angle. The defuse. It's going to go through. Happy. The stab is just 1 second too late, and that's going to be SK winning the round. That happened for a long time. He was just swinging away inside that smoke. Couldn't hit anything.
Oh, man. Heartbreaking. We've never really actually seen that get pulled off, have we? I think Get Right managed to pull it off once where he shanked the diffuser. But, like, to actually see somebody get so close, Happy.
Yeah, but Get Right also had a horrible misstep on this map in the previous version of it. Yeah, it just feels like knifing people in smoke is not as easy as it seems.
Yeah, even though, like, the pros, they do say that that's, like, the preferred method, right? Spraying, you might miss your target, but with the knife, at least, you get that hit confirm in. Well, so far, EnVy doing what EnVy do best, which is basically, you know, do big damage in that follow-up round. And there again, Kiyoshima takes out Freeze. No heroics from Freeze this round. And it's going to be down to Modi and Asilian. Modi already doing some work, nearly picking up the second kill as well. But now he's exposed exactly, and Happy steps in there, gets that frag.
Oh, man. SK, that kind of start, and then the instant reply here from EnVy, which you're absolutely right to call out. It's what they're so well known for. Grenade here should be finishing off one, but no! They managed to get just out of the blast zone there, so Asilian, not much of a chance here. If he could steal the M4, that'd be great.
I think they spotted him, or did they? I mean, EnVy right now are just trying to play it smart. They might be, yep, exactly, trying to, you know, canvas the bomb site, see if they can't pick up an M4 here. And already they've sent a man out on the hunt. Oh, and if Happy actually runs into Asilian, this is going to be heartbreaking. Asilian, yeah, just stay where you are. Don't show yourself. Happy, he's waiting for you.
So M4 is going to be saved, but EnVy still win that round. Very unfortunate for SK. All the hopes and dreams they'd built up in that pistol.
I mean, Freeze, man, he just went ham. And okay, there we go. So SK, I was curious, where are they going to go for the force buy? And they are actually going to try and make it happen. So Config and Forest, for them, it's going to be, yeah, real touch and go work here. A couple of flashes, there we go. Smoke picked up on Config, and Forest is, or rather Forest, Freeze looks like he wants to get up to AWP, so he isn't going to fully commit to this force. Modi with the scout, though, looking to see if he can't find a headshot. He might get a chance here, but he misses the shot, and, well, Kenny doesn't miss his. Cadian holding up close, baiting his teammates, and he's going to be able to pick up the first, and he gets the... No, he runs out of bullets on the second. He had him dead to rights. Kiyoshima, one more bullet.
Yeah, you know what they say. All good things come to those who bait.
Stop, Anders. You just ruined matchmaking for everybody now.
Yeah.
Again.
Well, 4th round is coming up, and we'll see if SK can bring it back on track here. I mean, this round's going to be a little bit more tricky. They have bought 2 Zeus, which is really good, because, I mean, Semler's round is ruined at least.
Thanks, bro. Just don't stop. I mean, Cadian, Asilian, seriously. Oh, they are trying to get up close. Look at this. Asilian. Oh, he tried to go up, and he's actually going to be able to get the backstab here. This could actually work out for Asilian. Is he going to be fast enough, though? They're running back up at him, and he doesn't get the shot. He actually did get the shot off, but he missed. Instant headshot there from NBK, so good. Take Asilian out. Get Cadian, too, while you're at it.
I like that play from Asilian. I think that was a good idea. I'm still all about that much sought-after run boost Zeus play that I've been talking about.
You see, if you were to go for something like really baller like that, okay, then I'd be all right with the Zeus kill.
It could be excused.
But just like the herp derp, I'm going to set in this angle.
Whoa.
Okay, Happy.
That was a nice shot. You expect nothing less from Happy at this point, but still, good way to end the round. He's also at 6-0-0, so moving into the 5th round here, it's finally going to be time for SK to make a buy. We've got the AWP and Freeze, and I've got to say, the way that he's been sort of tuned in the last couple of matches we've seen, I am kind of excited to see him up on this map. I think it could be a good way for SK to get themselves back in the game.
And we might have a double nade to Asilian and Config. I think they're going to be chucking those straight into A main. First one goes out. Asilian, no. B site. But he was running with it in his hand. But it does look like that nade into A main. No targets yet. Not sure. Yep, there it is. But he can't actually pull the trigger. He's still stuck on the ladder.
Nice flick, though, even while flashed. That was on point, and Config going to pick up 2 more kills here. SK off to an explosive round here, the 5th round, and Happy. He goes down with a smoke. What just happened? SK.
Freeze.
That was very cool.
Yeah, Freeze is. You weren't joking, man. He's lighting people up right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think like Freeze in Global Offensive is like his inconsistency has meant that people are not even really interested in talking about, you know, like the good old days. But obviously, if you go and search for, like, you know, on YouTube 1.6 Freeze, you'll get some interesting highlight clips for sure.
All right, well, Apex, a little bit off to have your entry fragger holding the bomb. Yeah, he's going to chuck that back over to Kenny. Kenny, of course, going to be taking a little bit more of a passive role. He's looking to see if there's going to be that peak. There's the delayed HE, just doing a little bit of damage to Kiyoshima. But it looks like Envy, they've had enough of the A site for now. They've had success on the B site. Well, actually, no, they got shut down in the pistol, so... But they did actually have success. No, never mind. In the force buy, they went B. It was all right. I wasn't wrong, per se. Like, my brain is trying to play tricks on me, like, are you sure about that, Semler? It's like when you don't remember if you've locked your door or not.
Got to get that brain under control, Semler.
Yeah, don't worry.
Oh, Flick not going to be hit this time around. Good jump out through the smoke. Asilian simply getting overrun. Too many angles for him to cover, and he ends up going down. It's Apex to open it up. Bomb goes down, and nobody has died yet except for SK, who lose Config as well. And now they should actually retreat. There's no point in trying to retake 3 vs 5 this late when the bomb is down. So Muddy dies as well, because Envy are already hunting in the A bomb site. Cadian, he's trapped, but he might not even know it yet.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. They're going to be boxing him in. Both players for SK, nowhere to go. They have to fight their way out of this trap. And there it is, spray from MBK, and Happy finds the headshot onto Cadian. No save here. They could actually do whatever the hell they want, Envy. They could go for double op if they wanted to. Happy could have picked that up. But it is just going to be straight AKs with the single AWP on Kenny. And SK Gaming with their economy reset. Oh, man, Freeze even tried to save some money, and it looks like, yeah, okay, it's going to be the quasi-buy. He'll have an AWP in the next round, so that's basically thanks to him managing his money in case they did lose the round. So it's not going to be the end of the world here. Doesn't mean that in the next round they aren't going to have an AWP for Freeze.
Oh, it's like an emotional rollercoaster right here for SK, isn't it? Let's see if they can bring it back in their favor. Config picking up a kill, but Cadian going down, and so will another 2 of his teammates here. It's, you know, win the pistol, yay, lose the following round, oh no, then lose another round, oh no, then, you know, you just destroy Envy, it's like, yay, and then they lose again. It's just like, I don't know. It must be a bit rough at this point.
It's like they want to get off this emotional roller coaster. They're tired of this ride. I mean, it could be a worse ride, though. You know, they could be going for like... Oh, silly. You just made Anders so happy.
There's that flashbang that so many more people should be throwing, and it's so simple. You don't even have to be global elite.
Is it a new flash?
I mean, it isn't even like it's even hard to take credit for that. I just showed it in my video because it is really, really easy, but it's... Everyone should just do it. You just look at one spot on the floor, in the ceiling, and then you throw that grid like underhand throw, and it's always going to be good. So there's no reason not to do it. That's why I'm getting very angry when people don't do it. It's deeply upsetting.
All right, well, let's see. It's going to be the duel between Freeze and Kenny now. Both of them looking towards the same area. Flash there to force the angle, and now Freeze, he's got the advantage. He's got the angle, and Madi, well, Madi takes out Happy, but then Kenny catches Freeze peeking, and that's pretty much it. Into a 4-on-4 shot there. What was that?
Maybe a little bit nervous.
Is that a team shot, Madi? Did he actually take Config's face there? Because that's down to 58 HP, and now, well, Config, luckily for him, actually gets the drop on Apex. Double kill for him, doing big work, and Madi's there to take out NBK as well. So Kiyoshima now in a 1v3, but the damage is done. And Config, man, he just continues to deliver for SK.
Maybe it's like a team bonding thing, just getting themselves fired up. And
that was a bit of a hard slap on the ass, though. I mean, slap on the face, not the best.
Shot to the dome, and he comes out with a double kill. It worked. Kiyoshima just sneaking around out there. Again, SK finding each other and looking almost a bit surprised there. Kiyoshima might actually have a good chance of getting this if he can get the 1 kill into the 30 seconds left. Config running away, and I'm not sure if that was heard by Kiyoshima.
Does Kiyoshima check sniper, though? Yep, spots him. 20 seconds left, and now all he's doing is just waiting for Asilian to peek. And he might try and go for the fake plant. He's got time for it. He wants to find that angle.
Fake planted once.
Oh, man.
Wow. Now he has to hold it down. Still very tough position now for Kiyoshima. Trapped in the back here. Config rotating back in, and Kiyoshima spraying, and he gets that shot on the Cillian and has time for the reload again. Config only has a smoke, can't really do much else. Then just go and fight Kiyo at this point, and he's going to get the headshot. So nice round here. A triple kill for Config, and that was a bit of a tense situation there.
That was sick. That was sick. How much damage does it do if you actually get it to? Because that's a thin metal sheet. Yeah. And it looked like he was actually hitting pretty hard with the AK there.
Yeah, I think it probably does do a fair bit of damage.
Yeah, because well, I mean, it's so hard to tell these days with also like inconsistency in the materials.
It's one of those places I actually haven't checked too much with the regular wall bang, so I don't know the exact value. I usually check all of those things.
I was about to say, Anders, how many hours have you spent on train? But I mean. Still, that was still a great attempt by Kiyoshima, and it's definitely going to be tough here for SK, because if they lose this round, I mean, 1 player surviving, that's not good enough for them. They need to be winning rounds with like 3 to 4 alive. So Envy, they have a great chance here to just shut down the Danes. Madi, though, is he really going to try and go for the push here? Is he really that brave? Or insane? It depends.
Well, the problem is, that particular position is one that people have started wallbanging a lot where Muddy is standing. You can just shoot through the ceiling here, or the floor, and there it is. Happy, he's going to keep going. He gets a lot more in return, though, because you know, obviously shoot the other way, too. And he's down to 21.
There we go. Flash is Asilian, full flash. He does get the incendiary down. Apex not going to get that entry. Down to 12 HP Asilian. This is looking very interesting now for SK Gaming. Forest. I keep calling him Forest, but it's Freeze.
This because he literally has the wrong name, but Happy now. Going to be in a 1 versus 4 here. It'd be good if he could do a little bit more damage, but he's kind of low on health as well, and that's going to be Config picking up the kill and get SK another round. The problem is I don't think he can even change his name, because it has to do with like the system with which to join the server. They do need the name which they signed up with, and Freeze not thinking that far ahead.
That's right. That's right. He's had this name for so long now. Whenever he plays ESEA.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how we know this nickname. Apart from obviously like the historical aspect of it back in 1.6.
Yeah, pretty much.
But in Go that is. Yeah. All right. Well. Getting into this round, at least SK, they managed to dodge a pretty big bullet there. Envy, though, looking to apply the quick pressure. Good Molotov there to force them out into the open, but Madi still manages to find one. That has got to be one of the longest distance sprays we've seen in a long time, though. Apex taking out Cadian, pretty much cross-map.
Yeah, at range of it, a lot of people probably would have tried for a spray as well. Cillian picking up 1 kill. Can't land the last bullet on Kenny. Still looking pretty decent here for SK, even as they take some grenade damage. Bomb is going to go down for Kenny, and he's got only 5 health. If they landed 1 more HE, that'd be it. Kenny escapes the Molotov and is now roaming around, catching a Cillian with a headshot. And now Happy, he's up here. He's got the health. Muddy going to be chiming in, but he goes down. And wild spray coming up. Kenny walking in underneath. He gets a shot now. It's Freeze versus Happy. How on earth did Envy come back in this round?
Does Freeze actually get that smoke down? Yes, he does. Puts it down to block off lower. This is so smart by Freeze. He's going to tap that bomb. He's going to draw Happy out, and Happy actually just gets the spray onto Freeze. No anti-clutch this time. Bomb goes off, and yeah, Happy can't save the AWP, but the damage is done, and he's even got the money for it. No problem at all if he wanted to.
So, I mean, if Cillian hits that last shot there on Kenny, then he just dies, but instead Kenny stays alive and gets a double kill before he actually drops. I mean, it's ridiculous, and now Envy again in such a good position. The roller coaster continues, Semler. It's not a fun time here for SK.
No, right now we're definitely in a low part, you know. Envy are at the high part. They're like, wee! And it just continues. Apex, though, he's going to get caught. And they've been doing so well. What is this? When they have pistols, they just start hitting shots, SK. Finally, Kenny gets the spray, and Cadian, he actually made it work. For shame,
Yeah.
Cadian, for shame.
NBK, crisp in a corner. Maybe just a bit of a tan, there's not that many volts. Kiyoshima getting up a good click there on Cadian. He's being shot at, and it will be Freeze to pick up that kill. So SK, they win the round. A couple of pistols, even a Zeus.
They're like, I don't even know, man. Like, how is it that they just get these pistol rounds? Like, it doesn't seem like SK can really be that effective when they have the rifles. I think they've won like 2 rounds where they had rifles. But as soon as they get the pistols, it's like party time. Boom,
Yeah.
we start landing shots.
And now they're going for a double up setup instead. Cadian also picking up one. I feel like the best part about the Zeus has to be that ridiculous sound that people make when they die. Yeah. That's very satisfying.
That actually sounded more like a cat or something. I don't know what that was. Yeah, forget that ever happened.
Oh, Cadian
Right on the toes.
gonna be maybe double peak here. And Apex to go down first. Cadian with a grenade out, and they're gonna walk right into it. So that's a good grenade. Good value there.
That was a nice fadeaway, yeah. And Happy, he picks up the one on Namadi, but not a really important kill at all. Envy, they only get the one out of that eco, so not nearly as dangerous as we expect to see. And that is a force buy as well for Envy, so that's going to reset them here. Whereas SK Gaming, they are managing to hold. A lot of this is coming down to, I don't know, I want to say the individual plays. They actually managed to just keep control, though, and I guess that's mainly in part due to the fact that Envy had no rifles that round. They had a bit of a YOLO approach to it.
So all things considered, SK have a way of getting sort of back into this game here. We can tell they should be able to survive with a couple of members alive right now. It's going to be a B push, and it might be very fast once they get going. Asilian holding close, and he could use just a little bit of good fortune here. I think he's got 2 kills so far in 12 rounds, so that's not exactly great. Be nice if he could pick up a couple of eco frags here just to boost his confidence a little bit. Freeze in a good position. Are they going to line up for him? He actually misses the shot, and that means they're going to get a bit closer. Second shot also missed, and Asilian goes down. It's Apex to open up, and that means it's going to be a bomb plot here. A bit scary round already.
Oh, this is like the worst nightmare for the Operas as well. You start missing that first shot, and it's like you can't hit any of them after that. And now Kenny's going to be lurking his way closer, but there we go. Freeze picks up the one. Happy, though, he knows that somebody's close. This is going to be big. First kill, it spots out, and he's actually going to draw so much attention to himself now. Madi jumps up and actually, no, gets shot in the back by Kiyoshima. 2-on-2, and Happy can't land the key frag. That would have turned everything their way. Now it's down to NBK, and he's going to get caught in the back by Freeze.
Yeah, so they are going to go for the diffusion. They'll be successful as well, but it's only barely. If Happy lands one of those 2 AWP shots, I mean, maybe especially the second one, that would have been really scary. So SK in a round where they should have been able to come out with a lot of money. They still have a good bank, but tiny bit scary at the end there. 7-6 and the 14th round coming up here. Envy, they've got an AWP of their own, and it's on Kenny.
Well, now's the time. This is going to be another awkward force buy situation for him if they can't actually pull this off. So let's see. I mean, is it going to be more just straight up aggression from Envy, or do they want to try and go back to those picks? Because Kenny has been pretty good at finding that opening frag for Envy. And wow, actually Cadian's the one to try and change things up. Readjusts, and he's actually hanging around. He will land the shot. Headshot through the box onto Kiyoshima. But Apex in the meantime is taking out Madi. So again, 4-on-4, and this favors Envy.
It definitely does, and they've got so much time as well to look for another opening, and Freeze covering Ivy here. Not going to get the flick this time. Looked like it should have been a slightly easier one this time. Apex going to go down to Config, and Freeze will fall to Kenny, so they just keep trading frags left and right, and NBK trying to be aggressive over here. Asilian caught looking the wrong way. Not sure if he was trying to dodge a flashbang or anything then, but looked like he was a little bit preoccupied. Config looking for one shot here, almost takes down Kenny. Another bullet, and it would have been home.
He just got team flashed as well. Sure, you had a bit of a heart attack there, Config, but they're buying a lot of time. 40 seconds left here for Envy.
Oh, they're on opposite sides of the train. This is ridiculous.
NBK, does he check?
Oh, he will.
Oh.
Poor Cadian.
That's like heartbreaking. Now Config's only got 32 HP, and yeah, he's kind of stuck. He doesn't know if this is going to be B or A or where that bomb went. Kenny is waiting to see if he can't spot him out, and Kenny will find him. No, it's NBK who robs Kenny of the kill. That looked like Kenny was going to be dead on as well. Bonus $300 in Kenny's pocket. But more importantly, oh, he doesn't get the plant in time, so scratch that. But they get the 7th round here, Envy, and it's going to put SK Gaming down into a bit of a hole, but they have plenty of money, SK Gaming, for a full buy and even a double op setup. Okay.
Yeah, they had the bank for it. I mean, I think giving up the round is really the big problem, right? 7-7 is not exactly great when you're on the CT side. Well, don't want to count SK out of it necessarily, but I think it's going to be a really tough second half for them either way. Need to see if they can win this round, and they're going to be a double pushing down on Ivy. Kenny scoped up on the other side. He jumps up on the box, and nobody hitting any shots. There's KD, but MBK with a 1 frag return, and Config to take him down. So a favorable trade here for SK. Now they just need to close this round out and at least get up to 8.
They have the rotation already coming out. Yep, that's a Cillian working his way back onto the B site. So he was about to rotate over to A, but then good call coming out here from KD and making sure that the defense doesn't over-rotate. That's so important at this point. And Envy, 7-7. It's a 2-on-4. We've got Kenny still alive. Misses the first shot, and now, yep, Freeze has got the angle on him. Drops Happy. It's going to be Kiyoshima. What can he actually do here? There's just too many guns, too many bullets. Needs to find the headshot.
Nothing similar. He's being shot in the back in about a second, so it's going to be all over and done with. Muddy picking up that kill, and I feel like we haven't seen too many like crazy flashy kills from Muddy here, but he's actually been doing pretty well. I think he ends up like somewhere near the top of the scoreboard for his team, like 12, 13 kills, something like that. So overall, not doing such a bad job. We can't tell right now, but once the resets, we'll be able to see again. 8-7 favoring SK. I mean, again, you've got to. You kind of feel bad saying this because it happens all the time, but if they just won the 2 rounds following the pistol, could have been very interesting here. You know, they could have been finishing at maybe 10-5 or something like that.
Yeah, something. I mean, also had they won a couple of the rifle rounds. I mean, really, the only thing really keeping SK Gaming in that game was the fact that they actually managed to win 2 anti-ecos, or eco rounds for themselves, really. So that's what actually really changed things up a lot and kept Envy's money in check towards the later part of the half, is just the fact that they were letting their guards down. But then sometimes you really see that out of teams where it's just like they get a little bit, is it more brave? They just manage to play a little bit more confidently when they have the pistols, probably because they feel like they have less to lose, so they just start hitting headshots. Whereas with the rifles, you know, they're feeling a little stressed out.
Yeah, I mean, it could be something like that. I mean, I've got to say, in terms of stress, I've been pretty impressed with how Config's been handling himself. Because, you know, it is obviously a little bit easier if you're just racking up a lot of eco frags, but he had a couple of good clutches where he was, there was a lot of pressure on him, obviously. True. So he's been handling things very well indeed. Second half is coming up here, and we'll see if SK can pick up the pistol and even more importantly, pick up the following rounds. Seems to be the biggest challenge facing Envy.
You know, Freeze is stuck. He's only got the Glock. He doesn't have the USP this time. Kiyoshima peeks into alley, and now the push is going to begin. Timing is pretty... Well, timing was going to work out for SK, but then, yeah, Kenny lets him walk right past it. He's just getting them to line up. There's a crossfire established. Kenny with 2, Kiyoshima with 1, and that's the bomb dropped now that SK Gaming, they have to battle their way through the entire Envy roster to get to it, and it's just not going to happen.
Wow.
Slaughter?
I mean, that crossfire was so good. I was a bit worried. I was going to say, okay, Kenny maybe pulled the trigger too fast, you know, especially when you miss that first shot. If the next guy coming around the corner is burst fire and just glocks the corner, you're going to be gone. But didn't turn out that way. So overall, it was really good job there for the Envy lineup. Now, I think that's going to put SK in a very bad spot. Also, no bomb plant. Still not going for Tech 9 armor or anything here.
No, yeah, exactly. No bomb plant. They're really trying to think. I think they're thinking about Freeze. Has to be that. Apex is going to have a field day, though. Kiyoshima here with the 5-7, looking to see if he can't get something out of this. And he hears the man dropping behind him, and he's going to be able to pick up the 1 kill and nearly the second one as well. I thought that Kenny got the team kill for a second there.
But it could have been close, but only Kiyoshima going down, and see if SK can come up with something. You know, the fact that they didn't buy anything that round, more or less, sort of, you know, makes you wonder if they would go for like Galil armor or something. Yeah, but no.
If they'd got the plant, they would have absolutely.
Oh yeah, definitely.
If they got the plant, that would have been perfect for them. But now they're just going to keep feeding Kenny and MBK. I mean, Kenny got 1 kill with the MP7 last round. He could probably get a little bit more here if they happen to run into him. And again, SK going for a default setup as well. MBK heard the footsteps, so he's trying to set up just in case that rush comes through.
3 deagles. I mean, Envy have got to have some appreciation of that, you know, some nod of respect there. Yeah. Config will take down Kenny as the second frag of the round. Freeze climbing up here, scouting.
I think Config is earning his respect. You know, it's not. He's not. I mean, that's how it works in CS. You don't get respect for free. But Config, for being this new blood, basically being added onto SK, he's certainly stepped up and actually delivered quite a performance. I think versus some top tier teams.
And it doesn't really happen that often. I feel like there's like a really good space in between, you know, one guy showing himself on the pro scene, and then like, you know, we have like a cooldown of like half a year or something, and then someone else. All right, that guy could be kind of good as well. It does take a long time, especially if it's somebody that we haven't really been able to track too much. Sort of coming up through, you know, even something like Simple. I think we like people who have played a little bit of attention knew about for a while. Before he had like a big breakthrough, but still, he was playing for a long time.
I guess that's the thing, and there's always that excuse, right, where it's just like, oh, he's new, right? You just need some time to shape up, and then you know, eventually we can see some crazy things, right? But just Config hit the ground running.
Well, we're going to be in a buy round finally for SK, and they will trade early on. Apex for Modi, and Freeze scoped up here looking for an angle, and Sicilian is going to be walking right into that shot. He was focused on the ramp. Happy was counting on that.
Yeah, no surprise, no surprise. And I mean, now we look to Freeze, basically. He's got to be the man to open things up here. He's just searching for a target, but nobody from Envy is really moving. The only man who's making steps is Happy over on that A site, but he's only going for like shoulder peeks behind the bomb train. Doesn't want to give anything away for free. And this actually allows for Cadian to walk right up here into the angle, catches out Kirishima, but then Kenny takes out Config, and it's going to come down to Freeze now. Can he catch the man in alley? And it doesn't actually happen.
Almost got that shot home, but Kenny is going to go down, and Cadian, 45 seconds, has the bomb. He gets dinked right through the smoke. Oh, and the Molotov going to go up and does only about 2 damage to him, but still, he's trapped back here. I actually do have an HE grenade on Happy. He's going to throw it right about now. No, he changes his mind. Going to be a flashbang first.
That's how you finish in style, Happy. Or you just die.
It's the other option here, but NBK in a very, very good spot.
Cadian's going to be able to get a plant out of this, though. Oh, but he jumps up onto the train. I thought they would just try and commit for the plant, but he didn't know where MBK was playing from. He didn't know if he was on the other side of that bomb train.
So just to mention something, I mean, when Freeze gets to walk that far into the courtyard and nobody's showing themselves, I mean, it almost worked out for Cadian actually walking behind there with the AK, but you kind of wish that maybe someone had like thrown a smoke or something, because that could force CTs to come and look at what's going on.
Sure. Put
down a smoke and connector or something, maybe someone's going to change their position.
I make use of the nades, do something to try and change it up, but it's just Envy right now getting more and more momentum. At least SK are inflicting some economic damage. Look at this Kirishima. Going for one of the few wall bangs. And if he goes for it now, Asilian might be in for a bit of a surprise, but Asilian changing up. I mean, we can see thanks to the X-ray. And Madi's like, wait a second, this is a little awkward. He actually tagged Asilian there.
Yeah, I mean, and those wooden windows up there, there's almost no damage fall off shooting through those. It's really, really easy to do a lot of damage there, so not at all a bad way of playing it either. We'll see. SK, you kind of wish they'd get a chance to prove themselves in the second round here, but the way that Envy is shaping up now, it might not be possible. And BK was the lone survivor in that last round, so it was close, but they might be able to survive with a bunch of members this round unless SK could really surprise us here. Happy pushing on close through a little bit of madness here.
So smart by Happy, but he's going to get over one. No, he still gets one. Point blank. Trades 1 for 2. That's good enough. And now it's going to come down to Config, but little do they know he's over on the A site. And actually, they're going to figure that out right about now, where Kenny, he's going to be checking towards connector. Easy frag. More than enough time for a man with a kit to get the defuse in this situation. And Kenny is actually shooting him in the face, but again, models change based on who's actually seeing him, so it might have fallen differently there on Kenny's monitor. The ragdoll effect, right? You know, they fall in different ways for everybody.
True.
So.
Yeah, that is, I mean, it's a problem that almost never has any impact on the game, but every once in a while.
It was like the places where you think about it is like a short on Dust 2, you know, the stairs, right? If the body falls in a weird way, you know, one guy can see the other maybe, you know, or like Connector, Mirage, same kind of thing. Yeah,
it could get a bit weird at times. It's double up on both teams, and Modi doesn't care about sniper rifles. Is going to peek in with a very aggressive peek there to take down Happy. That must have left Happy wondering. Quite a good shot.
You know what I keep thinking is that they actually have like some exoskeleton arm, you know, that's actually holding a gun as well, right over their shoulder. So it's like Apex is looking one way, but the arm has got the other gun trained on the other direction. See where I'm going with this, Anders? Cyborgs, man.
What I was thinking is more like it's like, you know, Counter-Strike RPG. You know, you've got the weapon selected, but you haven't really pulled it out yet. You're like shuffling through the different. It's like showing you freeze. A little bit of a slow sort of, you know, almost like the barrel of a tank there. But he gets the kill, and that's really what matters. It will be 4 versus 3, and over at this A bomb site, Kiyoshima is feeling maybe a bit lonesome. Kenny is going to show up with an AWP and getting ready for it. He actually gets that kill, but goes down Acadian. And Kiyoshima waiting for NBK to come in here. They've got still a chance to do this, especially with Kiyoshima being right behind them here. Cillian going to go down. Bomb is implanted, but only just.
Now they're so worried about Kiyoshima. NBK was hoping that somebody would peek, and well, that's not the kind of peek that he was looking for. Cadian, great shot onto NBK, and now it's Kiyoshima again in a clutch situation. He just keeps finding himself in these 1v2. Finding himself, rather, in these 1v2s. And there's the first shot, but he's not going to get the follow-up. Freeze steps in, gets his second kill of the round. Can't save 2 AWPs, sadly, but if he had an exo arm, it might have been possible.
Yeah, I feel like you should be able to pick 2 up at the end. Just carry them with you.
You're like, yeah.
Well,
Right.
12-9, and the money for EnVyUs running out. SK are actually playing, I would say, some levels better than I expected. This is actually much better than I thought they'd be able to. I imagined this would be kind of a crushing defeat for them, and even if they end up losing every round from here on out, I'd still say it's pretty well. It's a pretty good job on their part.
This is such a nasty angle. Look at this. Ah, he's just trying to make it work.
So close.
So close, yet so far.
Sneaking through, down towards the sidewalk, and NBK completely oblivious. There's no clue that he's about to get shot in the side of the face there. Cadian to open it up, and that is really tricky. There was no indication that was happening. No flashbangs, no smokes as warning, and Envy just decided, nope, we're not even going to try. That's a great way to win a round.
So how would the North American scene call that kind of play? Scrimmy? Is that it? Pushing 3 through smoke onto lower like that?
Maybe, but I mean, it is just like it's really cool. We see it emulated on Dust 2 B-bomb site. Sometimes people just walk in without any flashbangs or smoke.
True.
Adren from Hellraisers loves doing it on Mirage up in the apartments, just, you know.
Yeah, he's like the master of that though, right? Up on balcony.
He is.
Like, he always seems to find that timing to go through that smoke and find a pick on a site. You're right. So the glass disappears as well.
Yeah.
All right.
The blast. Just within the radius. 12-10, and look at, I mean, Envy, the fact that they survived with 4 rifles here is obviously pretty big for them, because otherwise they would have been completely out of money. So, yeah, it's a good call on their part. They realize there's no point in fighting it, and they don't want to give SK too many ways to get back in the game here, but they are slowly crawling back right now. 12-10, let's see if they can find another couple of openings here. Freeze going to be right down Pop Dog. See if he can get a shot on somebody. Did he spot the face? There is a guy up there, and Freeze could have got him killed there. He realized maybe a bit too late.
There was an opportunity missed, but still putting them on notice a little bit. They have taken quite a bit of damage across the board, though, SK, all things considered. And now Apex, yeah, buddy. Now Apex starts to go for the tricky stuff. He starts to get real close to the smoke, hoping that they're going to play aggro again with the AWP, maybe trying to check that same angle. And so Apex, he might be able to pull a fast one here, but unfortunately for him, nobody's waiting there, Apex. Pop Dog is free. Nobody.
Modi hoping that someone's going to come and play aggressive there. It's a pretty good spot to be in, frankly, because even if a smoke goes up, sometimes you can sort of just look over it. So it is a bit tricky.
Oh, the angle there, that's got to tell Happy that somebody's... Yeah, exactly. There you go. And Modi takes no damage because he's up on that ledge.
Yeah. Happy. Is he going to go for more spray? SK, we're setting up for an execute towards that A bomb site. Bomb going to be picked up again, and looks like it's going back to Pop Dog for a little while here. 25 seconds. What kind of madness is this from the Danish side of there? You really need to move a lot quicker. There's Kiyoshima landing 2 headshots before Modi takes him out, but Kenny with the return, and now 14, 15 seconds left here, and it's going to be Freeze going down last. Waiting that long is really a really risky choice. I feel like that was uncalled for.
Well, you saw that I think it was Madi who was still waiting around on B side trying to draw attention, and he did actually succeed in that. NBK and Happy thought about going back to connector, but then he came back as soon as those flashes started going off. If they'd had maybe like an extra 10 seconds to work with their SK, just a little bit more time so that they could have paced themselves properly instead of giving Kiyoshima 2 headshots by rushing, that might have been a totally different situation, because at least they only had 3 guys to deal with on the A site. In the end, it's not going to work out, and, well, look at that. Freeze again going for that angle. This time, does he get the shot? Oh, my God. He just can't quite get it. It's like a pixel.
There really isn't a lot of space there to get the shot. He's going to be walking right back into Kiyoshima, though. Just a little bit careless, and that will be a big opening for Envy. If we bring up the scoreboard, what's the money like for SK here? It's kind of important. They've all got almost nothing left, so this might be their only chance to stop this from happening. Otherwise, they could be out of money, and Envy might just run away with the game here. Kenny falling back around the corner, and they don't really want to risk it and chase him.
Yeah, and Kiyoshima's waiting as well. Kiyoshima's actually covered from I was about to say T-Main if they actually did try to push out their SK, but one thing is they actually have to go and get the bomb. And so they got 1 kill. They forced Kenny out into the open. They got the kill on him. And now it does make Envy have to worry a little bit about that split onto that A site. But it seems like SK, rather than try and commit to the A site, they're thinking B. The only thing is, Happy's really close in connector. He might be able to help NBK out pretty quickly here.
Nice Molotov there, because they just put down the smoke, so they knew that they were going to run that way. NBK, that's a money Molotov there. They're going to have to make their way through Config. As a grenade, cheek grenade is silly and going to be on the bomb plant. NBK getting close there, and the flash on Config means you can't see a lot. Another flashbang rains in. 10 bullets left. NBK still hasn't found their kill, and now they're going to go for the fight. Headshot on 1. Asilian going to get the refrag now. It's 3 versus 2. Let's see if they can actually hold on to this bomb plant. They are on the site as well. Apex goes down, and so will Modius, the last person for SK. So plenty of time for the defuse. Kiyoshima with a quad kill. He's been getting a lot of frags here in the second half.
Yeah, he actually warmed up as well, because it's also him just constantly getting into these kind of clutch situations, so he's always getting these kind of kills. Even if he loses the round, he might take 1 with him. But yeah, quad kill. That's 2 back-to-back rounds where he's really done a lot of hurt.
24 frags on Kiyoshima.
He's actually taking the lead now. Happy was leading. Happy's actually dropped off a little bit, surprisingly enough. He's been sitting around that 20, 22 for a while now, so Kiyo's coming back into the 4, and it is not going to be a force buy out of SK Gaming. They're actually going for overtime.
Well, we'll see how far it's going to last here. I mean, I really do think SK has been playing a lot better. I think Threes has been hitting some pretty good shots overall, and Muddy was playing better than he was last time, which is, I think, is exciting. I'm still very interested to see if these 2 players are at any point gonna want to sort of really come back 100%. Because I feel like they haven't yet. I feel like they're still lingering on that. I've got another job and I've got other things, other commitments I rather would focus on, and I'm just playing this as like a hobby for good old times' sake. But this round, kind of a shutdown, nothing much really happening, and 15-10, Envy 1 round away.
And it's Asilian who's going to have the money for the AWP, drops that over to Freeze, trade AK, and now, well, what can SK Gaming try to go for? We haven't really seen many A executes or anything of the sort, actually. It's been a lot of just lurk their way out through main, see if they can't get something done there, or just kind of, waste a lot of time and then run in, but no real smoke rounds, big smoke rounds being executed here by SK at all.
Yeah, I mean, generally, I think that smoke execute has sort of faded a little bit. People have figured out how to counter it, and maybe it's just become a little bit too obvious, so just gone out of style for a little while here. Good opening frag on Muddy, and Apex being flashed in. Going to try and check the corner. Freezes in there, and Apex turning his back, but Kiyoshima is there to help him out, and somehow SK don't even get a kill in that exchange. How does that work?
Yeah, that's Freeze basically hesitating. And then point blank shot, quick scope by Happy. And well, Config now, he has been the hero for SK. He's been doing great work for him, but he's got a lot on his hands now to actually try and get this. And look at that, the counter flash is coming in. It's turning into the flash fight, and Happy doesn't miss the shot. He had 1 shot to get it done, and he actually pulls it off. Config, no heroics there, and a 16-10 win for Envy. So SK, man, they're still on that losing